Chinese sees opportunity because Africa has oil, copper, and iron, etc. It has markets for Chinese manufacturers and construction companies. Perhaps less understood, it is a promising vehicle for Chinese geographical influence. Beijing has continuously engaged Chinese companies, many with huge surplus capacity at home, to win contracts in Africa.
Investors are coming, that capital are coming, but we also have to take note that when they come here for profit. So they will try to make things cheaper as possible, and to make things cheaper, they do it by reducing the labor cost, reducing the cost for occupational health and safety.
The Chinese must respect the laws of the country where they are operating in. And like we have also called on BWI to investigate how Chinese workers in China are being treated, and insist to sign an MOU on some basic conditions that we have raised that are not implemented in our various countries in Africa.
The BWI 2018 to 2021 Amandla Strategic Plan reiterated the work on multinational companies, including Chinese MNCs, as one of the key pillars of action during the Congress period.
Second, let me explain the BWI Africa, a pathway to victory in organizing Chinese companies. There was an intensive research in different countries in the region, which highlighted some of the challenges confronted by the affiliates. BW also contributed mostly on the Africa labor research between release in the year 2009, a report on start on Chinese investments in Africa, where BWI affiliates in Nigeria and Ghana were active, providing information used in the start. The 2012 regional conference did not stop at this, but urged BW affiliates to develop programs in organizing and campaign research, collective bargaining agreement, influencing policy. The Abuja report was tabled before the World Board and the World Council. It is through these discussions that it was very clear that the Chinese issue was not in Africa, but a global issue.
When governments go out there to China, Beijing, or wherever to sign these MOUs that they sign over there, you discover that the unions are not carried along. You don't know what they signed. You don't know, the agreement they have reached. You only just see these companies move into, the country and they are operating.
As more and more internationalization of businesses in BWI sectors occur, the Chinese MNCs have increased their employment and at the same time, creating unfair labor practices around its supply value chains.
The Abuja resolutions of September 2012, the Dar es Salaam declaration of August 2014 were to A. Organize 25,000 members in Chinese multinational companies, negotiate 50 collective bargaining agreements by December 2017, push for international framework agreements with the Chinese entity. On 30 November to 1 December 2015, BWI held its first global forum on Chinese multinational companies in Johannesburg. Prior to that FOCAC meeting. In 2016, the Africa Networking on Chinese Multinational Companies was established, supported by FIES. 7 to 11 April 2018, BWI called out a high-level delegation mission to China. Among the targeted companies were Hydro Corporation, China Road and Bridge Corporation, China Hub and Engineering Corporation.
Because the Chinese, one thing they recognize and they have seen, they like force them or insist that they implement those issues that have been agreed upon in any country they operate in.
Unions in the region through the established sub-regional and regional networks, including on Chinese MNCs, have exchanged information, shared success stories and challenges. As at October 2019, 22 unions from 17 countries had a total of 81,657 members in 217 Chinese MNCs, with 60 signed CBAs at company and national level.
As they managed to sign some agreements and organize new members, they still continue to face challenges in organizing workers in Chinese multinational companies. The union organized members from big Chinese state-owned enterprises such as Hydro Corporation, China Road and Beijing Corporation, China Hydro and Engineering Corporation, among others. Through the region, managed to have success stories in organizing from Chinese companies. There still remains a violation of workers' rights worsened by COVID-19. The BWI Africa and Middle East Fourth Conference adopted resolutions on organizing in Chinese companies, corporates, shop stewards, organizers and unions officials on increasing efforts of using an international framework agreements with multinational Chinese corporations to have a strategy, starting point to engage with Chinese employers, observing of national laws, networking, exchange experience on organizing and improving corporations and activities. Let me end by saying exchange programs between or among regions will be very important to strategies, especially in the wake of the ambitions of the Bits and Roads intensive to connect the war region.
we can insist that our government force them